Hello. um, Feeling rather assaulted and raped at this moment. I had the Scotia Helps lady phone me about 20 minutes, half an hour ago. And I've been trying to work with my bank to get reconsolidate some of my debt and other things. And then they started asking for all this paperwork that I didn't have. And then it, what a fucking game. When the phone rang, it said Scotiabank. I knew who it was. And the lady was all polite and whatever. And she got really angry when I started stating that she was insinuating things. But she basically said, I am defaulted on all these credit cards, which isn't true, and had incorrect information to make it look even worse. And then basically demanded $110,000 right here and right now because we're pulling your credit because you're not meeting your obligations. And just instantly trying to attack me and put me in fight or flight and a whole bunch of lies, which I eventually proved, and just being polite the whole time. It felt so ugly. And I'm quite proud of myself. I got frustrated a couple times. I didn't get angry, and I didn't hang up the phone until the very end when she started demanding information she already had to try and catch me in some kind of lie or whatever, just my fucking address. And I'd been at the bank 2 days before verifying all that stuff. But to phone somebody up that's been paying their payments on the credit card, she'd actually tried to make that wrong, and I had the evidence that showed that it has been paid. But trying to trump it all up to say that I have not been paying my bills, which is absolutely untrue. So we went back and forth, and she was demanding all this stuff and forcing me to pay it and all this kind of stuff, forcing me to provide information that I did, like my tax returns and other stuff, which is way out of their what they can legally ask. Just trying to use information that I provided because I thought I did, using in coercion and other things against me. And I just kept telling her, ma'am, why are we having this conversation? I've been paying my bills. What's going on? And after half an hour of going back and forth with her, she says, okay, we're willing to accept that. We'll let you keep paying your bills. But we're taking the credit cards away and you're still going to have to pay this amount. And I'm like, well, I haven't used those credit cards in a year. And to be able to stand there and stand in my power when she was trying to smash me over and over and over again made me feel power, but also in like, what the fuck is wrong with this world right now? This woman was acting so polite and so nice, and she was evil and devilish in the way and the methods that she was using. And I'm standing there and saying, no, I don't have to provide this. No, I'm not going to give you that. Yes, I will honor my obligations. Yes, I will continue to pay my bills. What the fuck are we having this conversation for? Oh, well, sir, okay, we'll accept that, but now you need to provide me with this sort of information. And it's like, no. Oh, I was so frustrated at the end because she was just begging to get something from me when I didn't have to provide it. And this is the entity that we're dealing with, banking. They want money. They want me to sell my house or give up other stuff that I paid for, which I don't have any of. So they're trying to get blood from a stone. But I just stood there and I said no. And she couldn't take any other answer. And we got to the end and she kept asking me for information. I'm sitting here with my lunch with my son. And I said, ma'am, we're going to have to stop. Oh, I just need 5 more minutes of your time. And then she wouldn't respect my time. And I finally said, ma'am, I'm really glad you're having the need for all this information. I've already told you what I can't give you. And I'm hanging up the phone now. You have a very great day. Goodbye. Poof. And there's nothing you can do with that. She kept backpedaling, and you could tell her requirement from her supervisor was to get me to give information that I didn't have to provide on an account that I'm already meeting my terms on. I'm not past due. I'm not in the red, etc. It's so dastardly evil that would be forced upon me. I'm meeting credit terms. I should default them and all these other things, but I have an obligation and I've met that obligation. Maybe I don't need to, they're not meeting their side. So maybe as of right here and right now, I cut all my obligations to any of those entities because they're not playing by the rules. So I don't have to play by their rules. So I don't know how many other people this is happening to, but it's within our power to stand there and hold our power and say no. And she didn't know what to do with that. She just kept backpedaling and saying the same thing. And the script was over and over and over. And it was just like, no, I don't have to, ma'am. This is really evil. I don't know who I can report this to, but this is not good. This is not safe. This is not healthy. You're asking for stuff that you're not allowed to have and trying to tell me that that's mine. And if you don't call that coercion, I don't know what else to call it. So if you're standing in front of these entities and being asked to give information and you don't know any better, just say, put it in writing. I kept asking her to put it in writing and she refused over and over and over again because they can be held accountable for what's in writing. And they've got the recording. I don't have the recording of the call. So that may be illegal too. So just know that there's some entities on the other sides of all this kind of stuff testing us and trying to get us to give up our free will, and it's not allowed. Say no more. I command it right here and right now. I feel very attacked and very uncomfortable, but I also feel in my power. And I'm just so tired of dealing with this stuff. And you guys should be too, because if we're meeting our obligations and paying our bills and all this kind of stuff, there's no rights for somebody playing nice to phone us up and demand information about us that doesn't have to be given. So I love you all. I hope this helps. Just stand in it and fuck, there's tears underneath. I'd love to cry, but I got to stand in my power and say fucking no more to all this bullshit because I'm such a good person. I've done everything and honored everything. And yet that's not enough apparently. So keep shining. You're doing awesome. I love the people that have listened and maybe are going through the same thing. Maybe this helps you stand in your power, but I'm exhausted. This is bullshit. No more. So I love you. Thank you. I think I gotta go curl up and cry for a little bit, but just letting the energy go and get clear. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm fucking angry. And the tears are that this has gone to this level and it won't be allowed to continue. So thank you. Talk to you soon.